Now, is it going to knock me out? No. Is it going to piss me off? Oh, you bet it will. Hey everybody, it's Craig here. Reviews for you. What's going on YouTube? Got a couple things we really need to go over today. One of them, and I'm just going to start with, and Jeremy over at Geeks and Gamers has already made a video on it. Apparently Jeremy from the quartering was at a con, and somebody from behind or beside, where somebody couldn't see, asked if he was Jeremy, and he said yeah, and he turned around to shake his hand and was sucker punched. More than likely from, our opinions. Now, let me explain how this is going to work. From what I understand, they've already identified him. The appropriate police action has been taken, and we're just going to let the police handle it from there. So they've already put a hold on the guy's Twitter account and everything else. So don't sit there and go and just berate him on Twitter. This is the same thing that the SJWs do. And guess what? We don't need to do it. We don't need to do it. If you're in the right, you don't need to do that. The only time you need to do that is when you have absolutely no stance and no way to rationale a situation. And, to come up and sucker punch somebody, and I've been in plenty of fights in my entire life, and I do mean plenty. And to come up and sucker punch somebody is just about the lowest form of anything that you can do. Now, is it going to knock me out? No. Is it going to piss me off? Oh, you bet it will. And Jeremy did from the quartering, did a video after all of this happened, and you know what? I'm showing nothing but support for Jeremy over at the quartering. Granted, I don't get to watch his videos a lot, but when I do, he's very well spoken. He has great points. I'm busy trying to grow our YouTube community here and trying to get out the right information to you guys instead of what the media is actually putting out. So I don't get a chance to watch a whole bunch of other YouTube channels, and this just happened as soon as I flipped on YouTube when I got home on my Fire Stick. The Geeks and Gamers video was there. So, naturally, I just went ahead and hit it. And, I'm glad Jeremy brought this up from Geeks and Gamers because he's right. If you watch his video, all of us YouTubers need to stick together. Every one of us. It doesn't matter what your point of view is. It doesn't matter about anything else. It's a matter of civility. All right. Now, I'm not against getting in a fight. Doesn't bother me to get in a fight. I'm never going to go and just tap somebody on the shoulder and smack them in the face. It all needs to be a man-to-man deal. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. When you're wrong, you own it. When you're right, you're right. And if the other person can't own the fact that they're wrong, well, have a discussion about it, agree that you're going to disagree, and then walk away. However, it's just not civil. And period. We're seeing this with the rest of the country in general, not being civil. And it's not me. I'm positive it's not you. We're seeing it on TV all the time because that's all they want to show. They never show any of the good stuff that's happening because that's not news. It's sensationalism. And for this to happen to a fellow YouTuber, and I guess I'm a YouTuber, but I have a real job that requires my attention a lot, and it takes a lot for me just to be able to put videos together, do videos, come up with content, create actually good content that's reliable, and get it out there to you. It takes a lot of effort. Because my time schedule is so tight that I just most of the time it's hard for me to even get 30 minutes here, 15 minutes there, an hour here to do anything. I'm slowly, thanks to my Patreons, I'm slowly upgrading equipment. I finally have a much faster computer here that can download stuff or render the videos a whole lot better. I have a much better camera system. I have a much better lighting system. I need to improve on the mic a little bit, but the mic's doing great right now, and we're working on the Patreon stuff now. So between the live streams and putting out the content, and especially with all the stuff that's going on with Lucasfilm right now and all the changes, it's a 24-hour-a-day job. And I'm trying to keep up with the 3 businesses, and I'm trying to get new employees in because I have employees leaving. Taxes already went around. It's for me, it's tough. Plain and simple, it's just tough. So every YouTuber out there, I'm just asking to show your support for Jeremy over at The Quartering, and for every other YouTuber, whether you agree with them or not. Whether you like it or not, YouTube has become, and one of my subs actually commented and said it yesterday, YouTube is the biggest media outlet now, over anything. There's more content being put out through YouTube than through regular media. And to be honest with you, it's better content, because the majority of the time it's not biased. And it's good people doing it. And, from every video I've ever seen of Jeremy, it seems like he's very well spoken, very, very intelligent. He makes good points. Sometimes he'll make a point that I don't agree with. Just like the James Gunn situation. All right, I don't agree with that point. I still respect the man for going through his effort and staying, true to the convictions. His convictions are his, and that's great. My convictions are mine, and that's great. I can only speak for me. I try to speak for you guys every time you comment. It gives me more ideas and more things that I need to research and go through and everything else in order to find stuff. I appreciate all my subs. You guys are all the greatest. But, to go and sucker punch somebody is probably the biggest pussy move I've ever seen in my entire life. And if you get offended by that term right there, well, you're on the wrong channel, because that's exactly what that is. It's just a big pussy move right there. If you want to do something face to face, email address is right there. Let's talk about it. If not, just quietly move on. If you can't quietly move on, we'll move you on. So, I wanted to get that off my chest, and for every other YouTuber out there, we need to show support. For every YouTuber out there. It doesn't matter if they're, on this side or that side. It doesn't matter. They are all YouTubers. They are all trying to produce good content for you. And every YouTuber out there, it doesn't matter if you have 150,000 subscribers or 4 million subscribers, or if you have 150 subscribers, or if you're just a small channel like me with 3,000-4,000 subscribers. It takes a lot of time to create this content and to bring it to you. So make sure you just try and support your favorite channels. My guys, my subs are extremely loyal, and sometimes they don't agree with what I say, and they'll post a comment down below, and then we'll have a discussion about it, and then the discussion's over, which is great. That's the way things should be. But then again, you're looking at people that are rational and have rational thought. Now we'll move on to topic number 2. Now, this was sent to me by a subscriber, and I'm going to read this to you because it's kind of hilarious to me. It says, Disney looks to rebuy Star Wars TV rights from Turner Broadcasting. There's a few reasons why I think this is hilarious, but nonetheless, Walt Disney is working to buy back TV rights to its Star Wars films after selling them just 2 years ago. The company would like to have rights for its own upcoming branded streaming service, Bloomberg reports. But in 2016, sold 8-year rights to Turner. Now, part of AT&T's Warner Media, that's Turner, AT&T, big mashup right there, was all approved and everything else. Big company now. And is reportedly running into resistance in getting them back. Turner paid about $275 million for rights to show the films on its cable networks, including TNT and TBS, and online until 2024. Disney's deal with Netflix, that includes 4 Star Wars titles, expires at the end of the year. Now, of the 4 Star Wars titles, one is Rogue One, one is The Force Awakens. I don't remember the other 2. But the rest of the Star Wars movies, the rights are owned by big Turner Broadcasting, which is part of AT&T and Warner Brothers Media. And they're pretty much telling Disney this: look, we've got a deal until 2024. So, see, TNT and TBS, you get that on your regular TV. So you can watch those movies every time they come on. Doesn't cost you anything extra. If Disney gets a hold of them and they want to put them on their streaming service, now you got to buy the streaming service just to be able to watch those movies on the streaming service. Now, granted, the majority of us on DVDs, or if you're like me, I still have VHS stuff, even though I don't have a VHS player anymore. And a lot of us have streaming services that can also get that. But it's really pissing off Disney. It's really pissing off Disney, and Turner knows that they've got them, in a corner. You want the films back and you want the rights to be able to put them on TV, then you're going to have to pay me a buttload of money. Otherwise, you don't get them because they signed an 8-year deal. So, I think that's freaking hilarious on one end, awesome on the other. Even though I don't agree with Ted Turner, never have. However, when it comes to this decision right here, this is one billionaire going against another billionaire. Which, should we feel pity for either one of them? Hell no. The people I feel pity for are the damn fans that have to put up with this shit all the time. That's who I feel pity for. But either way, I would rather watch it for free instead of having to pay Disney more money to watch movies. Which I find completely ridiculous, completely hilarious, and not only that, completely pointless. Now, I'm Craig. Reviews for you, Mondays and Thursdays. Rebel Alliance, 9 o'clock right here on this channel. This week we have Mad Talk TV. We have John Talk Star Wars. I am trying to get another special guest on. But I don't know, once you get it up in there, it gets too crowded and it kind of takes away from everything. Mad Talk's got some new stuff coming up. Me and John Talk Star Wars, of course. We're going to talk Star Wars. And a lot of the rumors and speculation and the allegedly stuff will be going over in tonight's, because it's Thursday when I'm doing this video. We'll go over tonight's Rebel Alliance, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you'll know anytime we go live or anytime I upload a video, and take it in confidence that if it's said on this channel right here, it's pretty much take it to the bank. And that's just how I do it, because I don't report anything that's really not take it to the bank worthy. Now, I'm Craig. Reviews for you, and I am out of here.